Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, how do you do? Welcome to today's class. And for this particular class, we'll be dealing with taking you through my workflow on how I generated this new movie that I will be launching August 26th, 2020. So now let's start with how I generated my script for this whole movie as a whole. All right, now kindly take your time to go through all of these things that I'm showing you, as I'll be leaving some certain questions at the middle of this class, and that will be evidence that you are concentrating, because your response will determine whether you are with me in the class or not. Okay, now I said we'll start with the prompting. And one thing I want you to note is the fact that I used microphone to speak to this thing. That is why you would see some repetition, some incorrect words, and the like. And the reason why I like using microphone is because I tend to express myself more conveniently with microphone. When I remember something, I add it to it. When I remember something, I add it to it at a go, compared to just sitting down and writing. Writing seems to be less effective for me, and I won't be able to express my mind so much. Okay, now let's continue. So I went ahead and I said, I want, don't mind all this they are because of what I used. Okay, so let's dive into this class now. I don't want it to be too long for this section because it will be section by section. Okay, so I said I want a modern style of 3D animation, whereby even the content depicts the location, the actions, the humor, the satire, the phone, everything is depicted in a modern way because I was talking to it. So I was talking as if I'm relating to a person. Okay, like in the city and the likes, just like this new Sonic, the return of Sonic, how it was done. This new movie, I started the example initially in the other chat. That is, I already had a chat with Claude in a previous chat. All right, where I started and an illustration using a particular movie title, but at this point I couldn't remember that movie title, so I just referred to that particular chat. Okay, now how it is done, this new movie. Okay, no, okay, now we want something like that, whereby there will be realistic humans. That humor is supposed to be humor, yeah, realistic approaches, but the storyline will be very, very wonderful and relatable. Adults will be able to relate to it as well. Now there will be scenes of these characters going to the cinemas, scenes of this character doing fun things. That is, I'm being specific on everything that I want. It's just as if you are gisting your mommy, and you are being detailed. That is exactly what I want you to do at this point. Okay, now I was like, cinema, where am I? Sorry. Okay, doing fun things, like interesting things, scenes and character doing silly actions at some point. Since it is a cartoon, I had to point out this. Okay, some taking selfies, taking silly actions and the likes. I don't know the storyline you will give me yet, but let it be more relatable, and let it be full of laughter. Like full of laughter, there should be fun action, not just dialogue. There should be plenty of dialogues actually, but more of fun, not funds as well, action as well, some silly actions and the likes. So let's work with this. Then the animals that I will be working with, let them be animals that relate with their roles. Okay, let them be animals that relate with their roles so well. Okay, now at this point I want you to write down what you think I did with this particular prompt. Remember, I said I was telling it everything in my mind. That is, I'm relating everything I want in that script over here. Now let's move on. This answer must be written in the comment section, so you have to note. That is why I said you have to pay attention. I'll be putting questions in between these classes. Okay, now it asked me what kind of word premise should anchor the story. I answered. So it asked me 3 questions. I gave my answer. Now it went ahead and wrote all these things before giving me the something that, do I want it to build this particular thing into a one-page treatment or the like. So now, and I said, turn this into a blockbuster epic Netflix standard cinema movie. Now I gave it an expectation. I didn't just want any kind of script. I want something that is epic, that is a blockbuster something, and that is a Netflix standard. That is, I gave it a standard. I don't want something lower than that particular standard that I gave it. That will last for 2 hours complete. 2 hours that would be wow, that would be mind-blowing, mind-blowing and the likes, whereby every action is stated out, every dialogue is stated out, every silly action is stated out, every approach is stated out, every location is stated out appropriately. So give me the complete full script. Now I mean everything involved. Give me the complete full script. I mean a script that we can follow to act exactly how it is going to be completely for 2 hours. Now at this point I want you to note something. Write in the comment section, what did I say? 2 hours. Write 2 hours in the comment section. Now the reason why I gave it 2 hours is because most of the time I love to extend my story longer. Now because whenever I'm editing, I tend to remove some parts, I tend to retain some parts. Okay, so the fact that we remove and we retain some parts would affect our overall outcome. Okay, so if I will be looking at making a 1 hour script, a 1 hour movie rather, I will request for a 2 hour script, so that when I remove and I cut some particular thing short, even if it will be reduced, it will be lesser than my expectation. I hope you understand. So whenever you want to give an instruction on your script, increase it so that you'll be able to get what you want. Now, what did I say you should do to your script? What did I say you should do to your script? Please note, what did I say you should do to your script? Okay, now, so let's move on. After I gave you this particular instruction, it gave me this script. It gave me this particular script. Now, initially in this particular area, I said I already had a chart before now. It gave me Finn as a fox. And the previous movie I made, I had the main character as a fox. So I've already generated up to, I think, is it not 10 minutes now? Or close to 10 minutes before I now thought about it. A fox, so people really want to watch it? Is it only fox movie that I'll be making? So I had to open a new page and start from scratch. Now this time around, this is what I did differently. I created my own character using ChatGPT first. Then I asked for the character description. After I must have generated it completely, I told ChatGPT to give me the character description. Then I pasted that character description alongside my request. That was why it was able to make Finn a Munia instead of a fox. Now let's go back to what we were doing. It gave me these characters. And this script as a whole. Now, when I read the script completely, this is why I said patience is important. Patience is important. Remember I said I already generated one before. I had to go back and restart. Those of you that will be lazy with your scripting and you will think you will get something out of it, you are just joking. Now let's go back to what I said afterwards. A quick question: would it be nice if we have all of them as humans depicted as all of them depicted as animals? That was what I wanted to say. Okay, all of them depicted as humans instead of animals. That was what I wanted to say. Sorry about the issue. Now, thank God it was able to grab what I meant. Okay. Then it gave me its own view that, considering the script, it would be nice if we have them mixed up, because I said I want something like the new Sonic And the new Sonic comprises of both human, realistic human, and Sonic itself as a realistic being that has four. A realistic, it's not an animal actually, but it looks like more compared to the former Sonic that we knew. Okay, so no, he now said, considering what I created my script around, it would be nice to get them as humans and animals. So now when it gave me this particular view that it had, it now asked me, do I want it to like sketch all animal version? And I said no, since I was already convinced at this point. So I said no, let's go with the initial one you generated for me. So give me the character Bible, that is the character description for each of them. Now let's work on that. Depict each animal in a fun way. Now what do I mean by character Bible? What I mean by character Bible is that the character, like, who is this character? Who is this character? Who is this character? Who is this character? Which character will be involved in this particular thing? It will be able to describe that character, that even if I don't generate their image first, the image generator will be able to reason and say, this is this character. This is what this character is wearing. This is how this character will look. Is there a particular dent on the character? Is there a particular color of the character? It will be able to like relate to it because it is already listed in the character Bible. So that is what we mean by character Bible. So please comment character Bible in the comment section just now. Comment character Bible in the comment section and make sure you like this particular video and subscribe to this channel. Now let's move forward. It gave me Grift City screenplay. And this was the screenplay. This is rather the screenplay it gave me. Please, are you still with me at this point? Make sure you don't forward what I'm teaching you, because there are hidden questions in each of this class, in each of these sections that I'm giving you. Don't forward, don't skip, because when I give you the class activity, you should be able to follow this duly, because it is well documented and I'm taking you through all this workflow of mine. All right, now it gave me this screenplay that contains the character. Can you see the character Bible? It is a well-detailed role of each of these characters. Can you see the character Bible? That is, if I want to even generate their image on ChatGPT, all I need to do is just to copy this character Bible and paste. It will give me who these things, these characters are. All right, now that is that about the character Bible. Now it gave me the breakdown of our script. It splitted our script into 3 acts. We have act 1. Let's go to act 2. We have act 2. Now let's go to act 3. Over here we have act 3. Over here we have act 3. Okay, now let's now go back and continue our workflow. At this point, I told it that, so this is nice, since we already have our script and our 2-hour script. I was emphasizing on all these things again and again so that it will remember that this thing is not 1 hour, it is 2 hours. Oh, it is not this, it is this. Oh, that is why I'm repeating all these things, so that it will still be in the memory. You people that are always lazy to explain, please take notes. As a professional, I am repeating, so please take notes. Okay, now you can as well go ahead and double check. That is, it is not left for me to double check now. Go ahead and double check. Is this up to 2 hours? And be sure that realistic things are intact. That is everything I requested for. The cinema scenes, the phone scenes, the fun part, the realistic things that happen even in real life are intact. Okay, so now the dialogue and everything I requested for. Now let's move to the area of our prompting. Now I already delivered 2-hour script. 2-hour script. Cut, it is supposed to be CUT, but because I said I was talking. Now cut that 2-hour script into 10 seconds each. That is, each 2 hours is splitted. The reason why it was able to get that cut correctly, that error, is because I went ahead and added another thing, even though I didn't even know that that was the issue. I went ahead and say that is each 2 hours, okay, that 2 hours will be splitted into 10 seconds each. I didn't leave it as cut. Those of you that would just write something and you go ahead and send, no, it doesn't work that way. This is prompting, or else you keep doing it. Now, splitted into 10 seconds each, okay, with everything intact. And each 10 seconds will be depicted as a prompt to be uploaded on Google Flow Omni Flash. Okay, Google Flow Omni Flash. We need to deliver epic and a blockbuster movie. Remember that I'm still reminding it now. I'm still reminding it so that in case it has forgotten. So we have to work with that Netflix standard. Now, each of these prompts we have character. Okay, we have to carry a character identification so that it will be easy for the image generator to identify who each of them are over time, and be able to give us the best image to fit each of them. So each prompt should have this and should also have continuity. Each prompt should have the character identification until I've continued to work. Okay, sorry, I was supposed to cut this here, but I just cut it. I wanted to add something initially, but at some point I changed my mind and didn't bother adding it. And since I already have detailed information at the beginning, this wasn't an issue at this point. I'm taking you through my workflow now. Okay, now it now went ahead and splitted it for me. This is the splitted screenplay. Is it the splitted one? Okay, this is the full screen. It went ahead and give me the full screenplay first. When it did this, then I discovered that it was not able to cut it to what I wanted. It only cut shrinked Act 1 into 10 seconds, shrinked Act 2 into 10 seconds, and that wasn't what I wanted. It doesn't even look close to what I actually wanted. So I had to just go back and reprompt. Okay, I had to go back and reprompt because this wasn't what I wanted. Now, I said I don't like how this is done. Probably we should do it act by act. So give me the full, like the complete script for Act 1, the extended complete script for Act 1 that shows every action, every silly action done, every silly joke, and every silly facial expression, that shows every silly dialogue, not even the silly ones alone. That is, I don't want it to just be fun. I want it to be relatable as well. Now, in Act 1, like the extended complete Act 1, and also give me another file that contains the broken prompt. That is the sentence, second broken prompt of them. Now, remember how the prompt should be done. Each 10 seconds prompt will be uploaded on Google Flow Omni Flash. And each 10 seconds prompt, that is per 10 seconds prompt. Oh, sorry about this part. I'm going to cut it here. Per each seconds prompt, inside each of these prompts, there should be in front of each name, this person did so. In front of the name, there should be character identification that the video generator app will be able to generate the individual even without image directly into the movie. So let's go with that. Now, I went ahead and it gave me the screenplay, the complete screenplay for Act 1 and the splitted script for Act 2. This is the splitted script and this is how it looks like. Can you see that? 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, all through. Now let's go ahead and see where our 10 seconds ended. It ended at 37 prompts, but at first I didn't notice this at this point. I went ahead and told you to work on the second script as well. And this was where I noticed what the issue is. Now I discovered that at the end of this particular act 10, it gave an observation, and this was the observation it gave me. I'm trying to scroll to the last part, and it said, same note as act 1, this map exactly the extended act 2 script above. Tell me if you want any scene stretched longer or new beats inserted before we move forward. That is, there could be space for new beats. 37 would not equate my full screenplay. It will even be shorter than the 30 minutes, and I wanted a 1 hour movie. 30 minutes. Can you see that there is a problem already? Now comment, can you see that there is a problem already in the comment section? Now I now told it I need it stretched to a full 25 minutes act with additional scenes. I need it stretched to a full 25 minute act with additional scenes. Now it says, since this is a big expansion, 25 minutes, 150 prompt per act. Imagine the difference between 35 prompts and 150 prompt. Look at the difference. It is too much. That is, I could get 150 prompt and it only gave me 35 prompt. That is where you have to be observant. Now it said, do I want both act 1 and act 2 to be straight? I said go ahead. I want both act 1 and act 2 to be straight. Now here we are. It gave me the screenplay of act 1, the full 25 seconds, and the broken prompt of act 1. Now remember we had 25 prompts initially. Let's go and check the length of our prompt now. How many prompts did it give us? Can you see that this is even more? It gave us 138 prompts. Imagine 30 something to 138. Now it only gave me act 1, and I said go ahead with the act 2. Let's work on the broken prompt for the full stretch epic blockbuster act 2. I mean complete. Now remember I said the character of Finn was a fox initially, so I told it change the character of Finn to Finn. I already got my own character description and everything, how I wanted it to be. All right, I pasted it here, and it actually worked on it, and it gave me everyone on that and that of act 2. Okay, now this is act 2 broken prompt. Let's go and check the length of act 2 broken prompt. Oh, this is the script rather. Now I went ahead and said split it into 10 seconds. I mean the full workflow. Now this is the full workflow. Let's look at the length of act 2 now. It's 137 compared to 40 something that it gave us originally. 137. Now I went ahead and said let's work on the full script 3. You know I said it is how many acts now? 3 acts. So we want to work on the act 3. Now I said give me the script for act 3 and the broken prompt for act 3. Now this is the script for act 3 and this is the broken prompt for act 3. Now let's look at the length of act 3 on its own. Act 3 should be up to 150 something, 160 something. Okay, it is 144 for act 3. Now this one came about after I started generating. There was a particular scene where Finn was carrying a box, and I felt at this point Finn should have dropped this particular box he's holding. So I had to come back and ask whether it is the right time for Finn to drop the box, and I was right. It was the right time for Finn to drop the box. That is, your script development does not even stop at that point. When you encounter any problem, you can go back and ask to confirm if this is supposed to be so or this is not supposed to be so. Now in the comment section, comment what you are supposed to do when you encounter a problem or when you're unsure of something. Oh, this is supposed to be like this. What are you supposed to do? Comment in the comment section. I mean, write your answer in the comment section. Leave your comment in the comment section. Now it answered me and told me the exact places that should carry the box, and we went ahead. Now let's move to the area of our song. Now, there was something I discovered before we move to the area of our song. I discovered something, which is the fact that I noticed that Google Flow was rejecting some prompts. Some prompts were rejected by Google Flow, and what I did was quite simple, was very simple. I just came here and said Google Flow is rejecting. I wrote the prompt number and the act of that particular one. Act 2 prompt number so one, prompt number so one, and it adjusted it for me. Can you see that it has adjusted? It adjusted the prompt for me to fit to what I wanted to do. So now there we are. Now, when I wanted to create my poster, I came here as well. Now, I do this sometimes, and I follow the approach I always used to teach you sometimes, depending on what I want to do, what I want to get. So now I said back to the poster. Now give me another okay, this was not where I requested for the prompt for the poster. This was before this one. Oh, I'm coming, please. Okay, now Munia is nice. Give me a detailed prompt to get a Netflix standard, sharp, creative, modern, bright, and attractive poster for the movie Anticipation. Make sure it is creative and not the regular ones. Now, it gave me the prompt that I will just copy and take to ChatGPT to generate my image, or take to Google Gemini to generate my image. This is it. Now, let's move to that of the soundtrack. Now, I'm just taking you through my workflow today. Let's move to the area of the soundtrack. Or better still, let's end this class here. During the next class, I will take you through how you can go about your soundtrack. See you then.